Cek, cek.
Cek 1 2 3, cek 1 2 3.
Cek 1 2.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, dear researchers, lecturers, teachers, students, colleagues, and friends. We are very happy to see you all here and to welcome you to
The third annual International Conference on Natural and Social Science Education, ICNSSE 2023.
This year's theme is Celebrating Research and Innovation, Visions, and Impact. We are the master of ceremony throughout the 2-day session in this conference. My name is Yurita Ferini Yuswar, and my partner here is
Nunung Widayati. Ladies and gentlemen, before we come to the main session, let us start our conference today by saying Basmalah. First, we want to welcome Director of the University of Muhammadiyah, Professor Dr. Hamka, Professor Dr. Haji Gunawan Suryaputro M.Hum, and the Head of Institute of Research and Development UHAMKA, and also the Chairman of this conference, Dr. Supanti MSc APT.
On behalf of the committee, we welcome the keynote speakers and participants in this forum, and especially thank the keynote speakers for accepting our invitation to share their experiences. We recognize that all of you have taken time and made the extra effort for this conference.
As the title says, our theme of this conference is Celebrating Research and Innovation, Vision and Impact. So our presentations for keynote speakers and registered presenters will discuss different topics that are related to our theme.
Before we start our conference, we hope that our conference today and tomorrow will help us to think not only on what we are doing, but also how we are doing in some issues related to natural and social science education.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the agenda of the conference. This event will be divided into 3 sessions. In the first day, we are going to have 2 sessions, plenary 1 and 2. And in plenary 1 and 2, we will have presentations from keynote speakers. On day 2, which is tomorrow, we will have the presentations from the registered presenters.
In the first plenary, there will be presentation from the keynote speakers. The keynote speakers are Professor Dr. Abdul Mukti, Master Education, the General Secretary of Muhammadiyah Central Board, Professor Indah Susilowati from Diponegoro University, Semarang, Indonesia, and Professor Dr. Muhammad Taher from International Islamic University, Malaysia.
After the lunch break, we will have the second plenary. We are going to have the presentations from Dr. William Jires from University of Wollongong, Dubai, Dr. Elizabeth Edward from University of Queensland, Australia, Sue Johnson Wilder from University of Warwick, England. All keynote speakers will have 1 hour presentation, which is followed by questions and answer session. Participants in this conference are welcome to discuss any issues related to the topic of the keynote speakers.
In the second day, we will have some registered presenters to present the research that have been prepared for this conference. The presenters will be divided based on the different categories related to the topic. For presenters and participants, there will be attendance lists for 2-day conference that should be fulfilled. Please sign and present at this 2-day conference.
We are sure that we will use this conference to share and exchange our experience, but at the same time learn the methods of work and the yardsticks to measure the future research. We hope this conference will bring new insights to our work and look forward to strengthen our relationship in the future.
Researchers, lecturers, teachers, students, colleagues, and friends, we are arriving at the beginning of this conference. The conference will start with the recitation of the Holy Quran by Bapak Ustadz Said Matondang MAS. Bapak Ustadz Said Matondang MAS, the floor is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. A'udzu billahi minasy syaithanir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. ولا تكونوا كالذين نسوا الله فأنساهم أنفسهم أولئك هم الفاسقون لا يستوي أصحاب النار وأصحاب الجنة أصحاب الجنة هم الفائزون أصحاب الجنة هم الفائزون صدق الله العلي العظيم Akhirul kalam, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
We will continue the session by listening to the Indonesian national anthem, Indonesia Raya, and followed by March of Muhammadiyah. Ladies and gentlemen, let us pay our respect and homage to our beloved nation by listening our national anthem and March of Muhammadiyah.
Indonesia,
Ladies and gentlemen, the next session is a report speech by the chairman of this conference, Bapak Dr. Supandi MSc APT. Bapak Dr. Supandi MSc APT, the floor is yours.
The Honorable Director of UHAMKA, Professor Dr. Gunawan Suryaputro, Vice Rector, Dean, and Directors, distinguished delegates and guests, respected keynote speaker, presenter, as well as participant. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Innal hamdalillah wa syukrillah, syahadu an la ilaha illallah wa syahadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh. Allahumma sholli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad, amma ba'du. May peace and God's blessing be upon you all. On behalf of the organizing committee, I am delighted to welcome you all to the third International Conference on Natural and Social Science Education 2023. The theme of today's conference is Celebrating Research and Innovation, Vision and Impact. As we all know, research plays an important role in today's development of science and education. All difficulties or concerns that arise during the development process may be discovered and studied using solutions. Thus, the current conference aims to create an fruitful discussion regarding to the issues in natural, social science, and education. Ladies and gentlemen, we have 6 keynote speakers this year who will share their expertise and knowledge with us. First, we have Professor Dr. Abdul Muti. He is General Secretary of Muhammadiyah Central Board and lecturer at UIN Syarif Hidayatullah. Second, we have Professor Indah Susilawati, the lecturer at University of Diponegoro, Indonesia. Third, there is Professor Dr. Muhammad Taher from International Islamic University, Malaysia. Fourth, we have Dr. Elizabeth Edward from the University of Queensland, Australia. 5, we have Dr. William Burais from the University of Wollongong, Dubai. And the last but not least, we have Dr. Swejonster Wilder from the University of Warwick, England. They will present different lines of scholarship in innovative research. Besides that, we also reviewed and selected 60 abstracts for realization of presentation. The various parallel sessions will showcase research finding and best practice. All papers will be included in conference proceeding index web of science. We welcome you all to Ethan keynote speech and oral presentation. Finally, a round of thanks goes to everyone who has made this conference possible. I would particularly like to thank our keynote speakers for agreeing to take time out their busy schedule to give us their knowledge and experience on teachers' professional development. We recognize that the seminars organizing still has numerous places in terms of event presentation, administrative service, and limited facilities. We are deeply sorry about this. Most of all, also thank you to the participants who enriching this annual conference with your presence. I hope all seminar attendees will enjoy the conference, establish new networks, gain new insight, and I have a great time. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Dr. Supandi. Researchers, lecturers, teachers, students, colleagues, and friends, now we are going to listen to a welcoming speech by the Rector of University of Muhammadiyah, Professor Dr. Hamka, Professor Dr. Haji Gunawan Suryaputro M.Hum. Professor Gunawan Suryaputro, the floor is yours.
you. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillah wa syukurillah la khawla wa la quwwata illa billah. Amma ba'du. The honorable keynote speakers, Professor Dr. Abdul Mukti, a professor of Islamic University, State University Jakarta, as well as the General Secretary of Muhammadiyah. Our honorable speakers, keynote speakers, Professor Dr. Indah Susilo-Wati from University of Diponegoro, Indonesia. His Honorable Professor Dr. Muhammad Tahir from the International Islamic University, Malaysia. Our honorable keynote speakers, Dr. Elizabeth Edwards from University of Queensland, Australia. The honorable keynote speakers, Dr. William Ellich from the University of Dubai, and the distinguished keynote speakers, Dr. Shu Johnson Wilder from University of Warwick, United Kingdom. My colleagues, head of the research and development, Dr. Supandi, and all the vice rectors of UHAMKA University, and respected speakers, presenters, participants of the third annual International Conference on Natural and Social Science Education. First of all, on behalf of UHAMKA University, I express my appreciation to all participants as well as the keynote speakers and presenters in attending as well as participating in the third annual International Conference on Natural Social Science Education 2023 held by the Research and Development Institute of UHAMKA University. As the chairman just reported that the participants of this third annual International Conference on Natural and Social Science Education, ICNSSE 2023, include oral presentation from several universities as well as the participants which are probably active in this conference. And then at the end of this conference, of course, all the ideas, written in the article and presented in this conference will be published in a proceeding. Ladies and gentlemen, respected keynote speakers, and my colleagues, academic staff, as we know that the current state of world calls for major change and transformation in education. Why? Because it is our obligation to ensure that the right to lifelong education by providing all learners the knowledge and skills they need in order to realize their potential and life with their dignity. However, due to the COVID-19 pandemic, all the aspects of our life, including education, has been affected team and school relating to embracing educational change and transformation is very relevant to our concern in education. If we refer to the release by UNESCO currently in 2022, there are several keys or areas that need to be transformed or changed. And I believe UNESCO released this issue based on their research. The first areas that we have to transform and change is the inclusive, safe and healthy schools. We know that because or due to the COVID-19 pandemic, then schools in which our learners involved and study has been affected. And then the second key areas according to UNESCO is concerned with learning and skill for life and work and sustainable development. Again, since the COVID-19 pandemic, learning poverty has increased, particularly in low and middle income countries and also in the rural area. And the third areas that UNESCO also emphasizes is teachers and teaching and the teaching profession. We know that teachers are essential for achieving learning outcome. But on the other hand, we realize the teachers' weaknesses. For example, teacher shortages, lack of professional development, low status, low income, and low working condition and others. And then the four areas according to UNESCO that we have to change and transform in digital learning. Digital learning transformation is urged today as we realize due to the COVID-19. However, not all the facilities cover all the school and other areas, particularly in the remote areas. And we know also that digital transformation forces us, drive us to create innovation in response to the current condition. And the last areas to be changed and transformed as UNESCO released in 2022 is the importance of the financing of education. Again, financing of education is crucial issue, areas, the areas that we have to be concerned of that. How we distribute, how we share this financial of education. As we know that education need finance, and we know that we have to spending on that in order to get the quality of the education. And I believe in this conference, based on the theme and scope that I just read, all the presenters will share and inform us the result of their study. And I hopefully that from all the participants and also from the presenters, especially from the keynote speakers, we will see or we know and also inspiration how to transform and change our education. Therefore, this conference is very essential and relevant today. Again, thank you to all, first to the keynote speakers, to the committee, to the presenters and participants who are joining our conference today. Okay, let the conference begin. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Professor Gunawan, for the nice welcoming speech. This is the end of the opening session. We will proceed to the main session, which is plenary 1. Let's us preparing to contact with the first keynote speaker, Professor Dr. Abdul Mukti, Master Education, the General Secretary of Muhammadiyah Central Board. The moderators for plenary 1 is Ibu Puri Pramudiani, MSc. Before we start with the first session, we are going to read the short bio of Ibu Puri Pramudiani, MSc.
Dr. Candidate Puri Pramudiani, MSc, is a lecturer in primary teacher education, FKIP UHAMKA, Jakarta. She obtained her bachelor degree in mathematics education, Universitas Pendidikan Indonesia, in 2007. And she graduated from International Master Program on Mathematics Education in cooperation between UNSRI and Freudenthal Institute Utrecht University, the Netherlands, in 2011. Currently, she is a doctoral student in Elementary Education Department, School of Postgraduate Studies, Universitas Pendidikan Indonesia. Her research interests include professional development for elementary school teachers, realistic mathematics education, pedagogic and curriculum development.
Researchers, lecturers, teachers, students, colleagues, and friends. Let's begin our conference with the plenary discussion of session 1. While waiting for the first plenary begins, we are going to present some slideshows of UHAMKA and student activity units. Ibu Puri Pramudiani, MSc, the floor is yours.